Okay, Jessica, where are you at?
Well, I know I need to make a change.
Okay.
And I've been right.
Preach.
I've been researching. I've been studying. I've been looking more into like the more holistic things, not just with food, but with like lotions and the things we put on our bodies, not necessarily in our bodies as well. Um, the hardest thing for me though is I feel like I do it alone sometimes, and like the support's not there, and I'll do it for a little bit.
Especially if your family's not on board.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
And so, and when you've got 3 teenagers, you've got to feed as well, and you've got a husband that can be pretty picky when it comes to his food choices. It does. It wears down on me because I feel like I'm fighting it alone, and I want to make a change, and I want us all to be healthy.
Yeah.
But it's a battle, and I just have to come to realization that I have to fight it.
Yeah. Do you know what you're wanting? Like, if you could make a change tomorrow, what would you change? Like, you've done research, you have to have some idea.
I would change everything that we're eating. Like the way we're eating, there's tons of sugar in my house. There's tons of carbs in my house because they're easy.
Yeah, they are.
But wouldn't that be cool to change it without them knowing it?
Yeah.
I mean, I would know.
Yeah,
She
because
would
you work with grandma. Like,
Right?
You would know.
But it's just for me, it's just so easy to pop those chicken nuggets in the oven or put a pizza in, and it's on me myself to try to be more organized with meal prepping and doing the things I need to do for my family. And God's been working on me. He's been pulling things away from me, and I think He's opening up avenues and doors so that I can be more focused on not only my health but the health of my family and helping them out too.
Yeah.
I just,
run into that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just have to make that step and be like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to stick with it.
It is wild how much being busy is like a forcing function for unhealth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not, like, I think about my own mom when I was a teenager, and she absolutely refused to take us to like basketball practice. If I had wanted to be in basketball, and she'd have been like, sure, but I'm not taking you. And I begrudged that at the time, and I'm like, and now I get it. Like, there are people out there who like their whole life is filled with their kids' stuff. Mm-hmm. And they spend every single minute of every single day being scheduled around their kids' events. And I'm like, that's a horrible existence. So then when you get home, you're just like, I need food, and I need it now, and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
That's where the meal preps come in too. And I know when we were talking about, when Libby was talking about getting a group together, it said it would be nice if we could do a course on meal prepping and cooking.
I love that idea.
And setting us all up for success as a group. It doesn't take long to make 5 or 6 meals. And so you pop them in the, have them in the refrigerator, pop them in the microwave, you're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even want to like think about tasting some other food. And the biggest change too is that I don't have sugar cravings at all. Like I don't even crave carbs, nothing. So I think it'd be nice if we could get into some meal prepping and just setting us up for success.
I love the idea of sharing our talents. Like each of us are like really talented in very individual areas, and if we can share them, we can discover what works for, like we can give and take and mix and match, and that's how we want to do it for our own lives. And I love that. I think that's an amazing idea.
Yeah, I think this is important, having a community that can keep you accountable, but they can also like celebrate the things, like with Renee. Like that's amazing that your inflammation's going down, you're seeing like these changes and like supporting each other. And when you trip and stumble and fall, which we all will, it's like having that like hard talk and like, okay, you fell, get yourself back up and get back on the horse.
Yeah, I was back on it the next
day.
I just, the rest of the day went downhill, but
well, I think it's so easy. Like I screwed up once, it's easy just to keep screwing up, and I'll just get myself back on it. Well, getting back on it can be hard sometimes.
But the funny thing about when you eat whole foods, you begin to crave whole foods. Mm-hmm. Like you don't crave the sugar or the carbs or the pasta or the bread. Like I don't even think about of that stuff. And so it's just the carvings are not there, but what's there is I start craving the vegetables or the meat. I start craving the whole foods because that's what my body needs. And
Guys,
so we have to give it what it needs.
my hermit crabs eat healthier than I do.
They're not yours.
I've been taking care of them.
I've been taking care of them too.
So, like, I give them fruits, I give them vegetables, I give them their protein, you know, give them water.
One
Like,
of the
I was thinking
things
that the
that-
other day. I'm like, it's sad that my pets eat healthier than
One
I
of
do.
the things that I do is I do not set a meal calorie with this. Like, if I want an apple, I go get an apple. If I want an orange, I go get an orange. If I want a banana, I go get a banana. If I want to have 3 meals a day, like when I first started it, I had 4 meals a day because I was just going through that sugar withdrawal. Then it got down to 3 meals a day and then 2 meals a day. And then it's like, I didn't really think about eating anymore.
Yeah, I
I
eat
probably
way.
eat 6 meals a day.
Do you really?
I do,
Yeah.
but I
what are
eat
you
small
eating?
amounts
Yeah.
Like,
every
what
2 or
are you
3
eating?
hours.
Yeah.
So like, cause like sometimes like when we eat carbs crave carbs.
Mm.
Sugar craves sugar. So it's like, you know,
That's because when you enter in carbs and carbs turn into sugar in your body burns sugars easier, so your body uses that up. And when you limit the carbs and you have that under control, your body starts using the fat in your body
Right. Yep.
and starts burning that as energy. And when the sugar is there, you're going to be craving more sugars because it gives you a superficial high, then you're down. Then it wants that high again. But once you break that cycle, 2-3 days,
Yeah.
usually you're good to go.
You don't
But
even
it
think,
is-
I don't even think about it
Right.
anymore. Like, when I get pissed and I want to be destructive, then I think about Dairy Queen or a candy bar or something like that. And I know better and I get convicted of it, but I still do it.
Well, they say sugar is one of the most addictive substances.
Our sugar is terrible for us.
Yeah.
It's like drugs.
But you
It
know,
is
I
an
found
addiction.
that if I wanna go to Dairy Queen, I go to Dairy Queen, and I have it, I enjoy it, and I have no guilt.
Then you're just done.
But then I don't do it for a long, long time. I don't take any of the guilt,
This
because we're free to make those choices.
this fascinates me. Please, there is a way you think about surrounding that is very important. And I don't know how to ask the question.
Because we put the guilt and the shame on ourselves.
Okay.
Or the enemy comes along and tries to trip us up. We're gonna trip up. It's just a part of life.
Human
I-
nature.
I think for myself, it's more like you are literally killing yourself by the food you eat.
Yeah.
Where somebody who has maybe a better immune system than I do, or is not fighting what I'm fighting, probably could shrug it off as being okay and process it just fine. I don't process it, and I end up getting sick. So it's kind of like, you know, you shouldn't do it, but yet you do it, and I end up paying for it for 3 days. But where somebody who has a normal body would have that. So my thinking is like more of, why are you doing it? You're just killing yourself.
Yeah.
And so that's where my thinking usually is.
And that's like your motivation because you have to do it or you're not going to feel good. And that's like with Aunt Lydia. She has to do it or she has to suffer the consequences with her son.
Yeah.
And like you guys have motivations, and then it comes to some of us that don't have motivations, and then it gets harder because it's like you don't have the motivation to do it because there's nothing motivating you.
We're gonna talk about that today. 100%. That is so good. That's in Romans 6. Why that is. But you said something very important that I want to draw attention to because it's just really cool. You said, I don't even think about it. What was, when you look at Eve, in the garden, Satan knew he didn't have to get her to eat the apple in order for her to eat it. All he had to do was get her to pay attention to it.
Enticer.
And so the first, like, her fall didn't happen, like, it didn't happen the moment, it didn't start the moment she ate it. It started when she started paying attention to it. How many of you look at the floor and think, I want to lick that floor? Nobody. No, it has no sway over you. Like, you don't pay attention to it at all, but, like, you can walk past a cookie 1,000 times and think, shouldn't eat that. Don't touch that. You're paying attention to it. When you can get to the point where I do not even think about it, it is as unimportant as this floor. It has no power over you. And I think that's amazing.
And I think our brain is set up to, the taste buds are chemically changed by the foods that we eat, where we begin to crave it. Where with this plan that you have, Whole Foods and that stuff, the first week is hard, but then after that, I don't ever think about it.
Yeah, to me, donuts taste like
Cardboard.
like
I tried it.
corn syrup, cardboard. It's disgusting.
Even
really
chocolate.
gross. It
Chocolate
doesn't
has a
take.
weird
Yeah,
taste.
it doesn't. It tastes like throw up.
I still like chocolate.
I do too.
Dark chocolate.
I have
Dark
to get.
chocolate.
I buy this way too expensive chocolate back to Human from, like, they have it in Walmart and Hy-Vee and Fairway, and it's expensive, but I really like chocolate. I really do. Many of you know why I have to do this. It's like I started doing this, like, where I started this 3 years ago with my sister. And she called me. Actually, this is a fun story. You all don't know this story. So my journey started 2 years ago with my sister. I was on my way home driving, and I go, Lord, why can I not give up sugar? This is so stupid. Like, I want to give it up, and I can't. And I'm like, please help me. And I'm like, a week later, my sister calls me and goes, hey, you want to give up sugar with me? And I go, that's not going to work. But I thought about that. I hung up on her, and I thought, I'm not, like, you know. I got on the phone with her, and I kept thinking about this, and I go, there's got to be a way for us to, like, for it to work for us, that we could give up sugar, and, like, for a whole year, and it would work. I was thinking, like, just doing it together wasn't enough. Like, I'll just cheat and feel fine about it, and so we came up with the solution to do if you cheat, you pay me $10. If I cheat, I'll pay you $10. And so it requires some integrity. Like, you have to be honest. Like, they don't know. But it worked. Like, and there were times where I was like, okay, I'm going to have a very expensive Dairy Queen date with my hubby. But it was fine because it was pre-planned. And I wasn't just, like, sliding into no self-control. And that's where it started. I lost in that year. I did a few other things, but I lost like 30 to 40 pounds in that first year. And then I got pregnant, and I had fixed. Okay, this is wild. I had fixed all my hormones at that point. And all my symptoms that I had with Isaiah, 90% of them did not exist with Ezra. And that's wild that would happen. Instead of gaining 40 pounds, I gained 15. I had no stretch marks. I like these are the things, like puffy feet, no. And then Ezra was born, and at this point I had decided, like, we weren't doing a year-long thing, but I had decided that I wanted to keep doing it because I went back on sugar. I hated myself. Like, I hated how I felt on sugar. It just doesn't make me feel good. And then Ezra was born, and I knew that I was kind of at a plateau. Like, I wanted to continue to lose weight, and I was just kind of stuck. Like, I knew what I needed to do. I needed to give up wheat. And I was just like, I don't really want to. don't really want to. And then Ezra got eczema. And it became a forcing function. Like, if you eat well, if you eat the way you're supposed to, you sleep well. If you don't, we don't sleep for days. Like, he had, as you all remember, he had eczema all over his head. And Barbara O'Neill, do you even know who that is?
Yep.
Barbara O'Neill. So I had looked up Barbara O'Neill eczema, and she said, cut out these 5 things: dairy, sugar, oats, wheat, peanuts. 5 things. And she goes, in 2 months, it goes away. I did that. It took all of his eczema down to like 2 little spots in his cheeks and his elbows and his calves. And it's been stuck like that for like the last 10 months. And I have no idea why. I would love to be like, Barbara O'Neill, why? But I would try doing ice cream. I did ice cream one time. And I kid you not, we did not sleep for 3 nights. Because I had ice cream. Dairy, it had 3 of the 5 things that he could not eat.
You and Ezra,
Yeah.
Because she nurses.
I nurse.
so he doesn't sleep either.
He doesn't sleep. Not me. I don't care. My body, like, other than, like, being puffy and, like, yeah, it doesn't like these things, obviously. Puffy and bloated and... But Ezra is the one that suffers. And I suffer by extension because he doesn't sleep. So he'll sit there and scratch and rub and like, I'll be holding his arms down all night long because he just itches. I had to get a Swaddlini thing for him just to get him to sleep. Like, just, you need to just chill. Otherwise, I'd hold his arms down and he would like scream a bloody murder.
I always feel so bad when I have to hold his arms down when he scratches.
Yeah, you
it
feel
feels
terrible.
Because it feels like you're forcing him to do something against
Yeah.
his will.
Yeah, you don't. It's not a fun feeling.
No.
That's why I don't like other people babysitting. Like, I feel terrible for doing that to them. Like my sister is like, I'll take him for a night, and I go, you don't. Why would I inflict this upon you? Like, nobody should have to do this. And she's like, but I'm your sister, and I go, yeah.
Well, the way I think of it is that I love you so much that I want to make sure you get sleep. And like
Aw.
I really like I feel guilty for holding him down, but at the same time I'm like, it's like with kids when I need to put them to sleep, like I'm gonna, like, they need to sleep, so I'm gonna let them sleep.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the mindset I have with him, is that I'm gonna let you have your rest. I don't mind watching him. I like watching him. He honestly rarely scratches until he wakes up, and then he starts scratching.
I think we need to remember too is that some of that stuff, the food is caused an immune reaction.
What do you mean?
Well, we all have immunities in our bodies, and eczema is
An immune response.
response. And so by having those things like sugar and gluten and all those things, it causes it to have a response. So when you nurse him, of course he's going to have that response, and then he's going to break out more. Or if you can get that response to calm down, then his immune system calms down. And that's why they're always so quick to put on a child on prednisone. But that's not healthy either, to be putting your child on that stuff, because what that does is shocks your immune system back to normal. But there's other ways of doing it than always having to depend on medication.
I guess I wonder about that part a lot too, as far as my situation goes. Like, I know that there has to be a natural solution. Like, where do I want to get my solution? Do I do something because it will probably work and I pump him full of steroids and drugs and stuff? Or do I go, God, you have a solution? Like, nature is very intelligent, and I just don't know what it is yet.
Keep looking,
I
you'll find it. You got some lotion there?
yeah, I do. I got your lotion
I
too.
ordered some.
I like your lotion too.
I ordered some lotion today for a lady. She's a holistic person, and it's for eczema. And so I ordered some. It's blue.
Oh.
And it has a glued property in it that is supposed to be really good for people with eczema. And I'll have to get more information on it, but she's gonna bring it tomorrow. And then I thought, well, it wouldn't hurt you to try a little,
Where'd you get it from?
what?
Where do you get it from?
I don't know her name.
Oh, okay.
So Logan's getting married to Faith Collison, and it's her mom that does all the holistic stuff. So like, there's bath salts, there's oatmeal salts, there's oatmeal that you put in your bath for eczema. Then they have like the lip gloss, and then they have the lotions and all that kind of stuff for, it's specially made for those things. And because I break out too in my face and stuff like that, I get hives from food. And so I started using her towel. I gave you my jar, and it clears it right up. I
Really?
don't have any problems.
It's
with
been making that stuff. The tallow seems, so far the tallow has had some pretty good results.
Mhm.
It actually takes the redness of his skin back to normal color.
But for, some of that, is there something he can take internally to calm the immune system down? Because like when I eat something like with food that I break out in hives, usually it's turmeric, ginger, those things that you can mix together, and you mix it into a tea and can drink it, and it helps to calm the inflammation down inside the body, and it helps to calm the stuff down. So like you can buy gummies, like I have 3 jars of turmeric gummies that I just pop on like candy, and it helps to reduce. Turmeric is a natural, Indians use it like over in India, and it's a natural thing. I'll put it in soup, I'll put it in my eggs, I'll put it in whatever, and it helps to calm the immune system down. You research it.
I'll have to.
Yeah.
The only thing I've done for like internal ingestion is something called slippery elm, because they say that people who have eczema also have leaky gut. And so what the slippery elm does is coat the inside of the gut. But he'll eat it for like 4 days in a row, and now he's just like, eh.
Right. Well, and that's the one thing is when you have this kind of stuff, it's being creative
Yeah.
on how to trick your taste buds into like, oh, that's something different. It's new. I'm gonna try it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I might be able to get him to drink something. He might be into that.
yeah, there's some teas and stuff out there
Okay.
that is really good for calming. You just do a research.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
can do that. Okay.
I mean, he does look a lot better
He does.
than a couple like weeks ago.
Yeah, he does.
Well, last time I saw him,
So.
he looked pretty rough. Poor little guy. He
It
was-
goes in phases. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Kim, what are your goals?
To get healthy,
To get healthy? Why?
because I do eat a lot of sugar.
You do eat a lot of sugar?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what you want to, like, how you want to do that?
To not eat a lot of sugar.
Just sugar. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good start. That's where I started. I think that's what started it all. It's like a muscle you have to develop. Sometimes just giving up one thing. Like, I didn't have like a catalyst, a forcing function. Like, I didn't have Ezra's eczema or like a health condition. I was just like, let's do something. And getting off of sugar was like a muscle, developing a muscle that helped me do a lot of other things too. Aaliyah.
Just be healthy, I guess.
Okay. Do you know what you want to do? Okay.
No.
Do you have ideas, or you're just like, I have no idea what I want to do?
I don't know. Me and my mom, we haven't for the last few months been eating any sugar or carbs. at
Okay.
all. And
Just to look at myself in a different perspective than I usually do,
Okay.
so that like I could look at myself and be like, oh yeah, I like how I look.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, I'll just look at myself and I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
and it's just like it's always been a problem with me. I just usually don't let a lot of people notice it because it's something that I just don't like a lot of people knowing what's wrong with me. So knowing that I can cut back on it and do stuff like that, like I've tried to do it before, I just don't have any motivation, and I stop like a week through because I don't have motivation. Like I've tried doing workouts, I just don't have motivation for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to be able to look at myself in a different perspective.
Yeah, I feel you, girl. I was that way all the way through high school. Like,
Well,
yeah,
I
it's,
mean-
and me, I felt like, and we talked about this in the car. I felt like it was vain. Like I shouldn't want to. Like I struggled with like how did God want me to view? Like, did God view this as important? And I thought it was like, was it vain to want to look? To just like myself, to like how I looked. And on the other side of it, I can go, that's so dumb.
Well, I think too, we have to remember that women internalize things. And so, our filter of what we see or what we feel or how we internalize that. Like, the world promotes a certain way of dressing and you're beautiful. Or don't do this, or you'll be ugly, or so there's like a process in which women give so much of themselves, and then we internalize everything, and we need to change our mind frame to think that I am beautiful because God created me. I'm wonderfully made. I'm a royal priesthood, and we have to look at the heart of the matter and not so much what is being filtered through the world or our situation or our mind frame.
I have been telling myself that, like, I am exceptional because God made me as exceptional. Like, because I've been doing this dumb thing where if I don't put makeup on when I walk out of the house, I feel like I want people view me as like less put together, and I realize that is so stupid, so dumb. And I go, I need to get my identity from God, and the way he talks about renewing your mind all the time. So when you renew your mind, it's not an instant flip of the switch. It's a daily planting of a seed. So what I have been doing is like I need a verse that says that shows me that I am where my identity comes from. And I was like, just the verse of we are made in his image. I am exceptional because I am made in his image. I am exceptional because he made me different than all of his other creatures. And so whenever I feel the pain of like insufficiency and I'm not enough, I go, no, I am exceptional. I was born that way. And I have all the potential in the world. I am exceptional because God made me that way. So, and what's wild is that if that's true for me, that's true for everybody else. So last Sunday, I've been telling myself this, like, as I feel the pain of insufficient and I'm not good enough, I tell myself that. And last Sunday, I walked into the church and I sat down and I went, you're exceptional, you're exceptional, you're exceptional, you're exceptional, exceptional, exceptional. And I'm like, I have never seen that before. I didn't see just people. I saw potential.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so beautiful. I was like, that is so cool. It just like showed up in my head. I love it. Renewing your mind. It does some wonderful things. Okay. Any other thoughts on that?
She hasn't.
part of this? Oh, you haven't gone. That's right.
What do I want to do? What it looks like for me? Well, I know about the carnivore diet, and being a diabetic too, carbs is not something that the body likes, and you can tell when you've had too much because you just start not feeling very well. So carnivore, I call it dirty carnivore because I still have fruits and vegetables from time to time. I just have things that are not so high in carbs. Love avocado for the fat content that it has, because on a carnivore diet, fats are good. And if you can cut out carbs and you eat fat, then the weight comes off then too. But recently what I have also found is good olive oil, and taking a shot of that, especially at night, before I go to sleep. They call it the dawn effect, and dawn effect means your blood level sugars are high in the morning. No matter what you do, they're going to be high. And with taking a shot with a couple of teaspoons to tablespoon of good olive oil, my blood sugars come down to the 130s, 120s, and helps keep it level where they were shooting up in the middle of the night. So also just recently, since we've come back to visit in Iowa, I'm using a knee I haven't been able to use in 10 years and trust it to go up and down stairs, and doing your steps that I have done recently. I'm like, this is incredible. And the olive oil, I believe, it's very healthy for joints. If you do a study on it, it has the same effects that ibuprofen has on the body, except olive oil is good for the body. Ibuprofen is not good for the body. And so it's good for a lot of joint and inflammation type things going on. But I've been doing it 6-7 weeks now. So it wasn't until just recently that this knee, I could tell the inflammation was down in my joints. But this knee, I'm able to use it more than I have in 5 years. And so just keeping a mind thought of doing some research on TV. What's working for people? People are being successful, and being a diabetic, you have to watch those things, and watching those encourages me then to try something. And there's recipes out there, and helping my children make better choices too. We go to the grocery store and they want to get these things, and I'll say, read the label. How much sugar does it have? And they go, oh, they're just like, no, they already put it back on the shelf because they know it probably has a lot of sugar in it. And Mom's going to say no. So that's hard on the kids, but there are times too. Aaliyah and I have been doing really well, and we shared an ice cream yesterday, but both of us felt very miserable last night after eating that ice cream. So that's a learning experience for us, that maybe take a bite of somebody else's, and then you say, I don't even miss it, so
I still don't.
I think trying to find a substitute, like I'll use sugar-free pudding with sugar-free Cool Whip. I haven't done that for a long time, but I try to find, because it's hard to make ice cream.
That's another thing, is reading the labels. What's actually in there? How many chemicals are in there that you can't even pronounce and have no idea what they are? And I truly believe that diet sodas and chemicals that they put in the processed foods, and you go down 95%, it seems like the whole grocery store is got these things in it, or is not good and healthy for you to be eating. So reading the label, and like if you're shredded cheese, you go and read the label. You expect to just see cheese. It's not just cheese. So we do our own cheese shredding. We got ourselves a shredder, and it's hand cranked, and it's kind of fun to do anyway.
And
but it's preparation.
The cheese tastes better that way anyway.
Right.
It also melts better.
It does.
I started doing that 2-3 months ago. I started making them shred all over our cheese.
Well, it was before Christmas because I got you that automatical one that went onto your blender for when you do events.
Yeah, that anti-caking agent ruins the taste of cheese.
Does. And it's the way you use it changes too. So.
Yeah.
So just trying to teach the children that are still in my life, to read the labels, because for a ice cream type treat for myself, I like to have the frozen strawberries in place. Especially in the warmer months, you've got something cool that you can put in your mouth, and I just let them dissolve in my mouth, and it's refreshing. And strawberries is one of the best fruits for a diabetic as well. And so there are things that you can do they're having their ice cream or their goodies that they want to have. So then I will go to my strawberries or something of the like. Just trying to eat cleaner and knowing what we're putting in our body. The sugar, it isn't it amazing how the triangle of food source that we've been eating for the last 40, 50 years has turned its head upside down?
Yeah.
And actually, we're supposed to be eating a lot less. And yeah, just researching what your body's going through on TV and finding something that works for you, and trusting the source and asking the Lord to direct you. Just keep going, and trying to drag the family along, because they're still stuck on, want to have this and want to have that, and it's okay if they have that. I will eat something with
Yeah.
less carbs in it, and I eat differently than the rest of the family a lot of the times, and there are times that I allow myself to have a few things that is acceptably good, but it's also real foods that are you make, you know what's in it, go a long way to living healthy too. And my body is a temple of the Holy Ghost, and this is where the God dwells now. It's not behind a veil. And I'm just so thankful that that veil was cut in half, and that we have 24/7 communication with the Lord at any moment and any time. And so just being healthy everywhere spiritually, and the Lord opening our eyes to the poisons that are out there in our society. Has caused an addiction to all these processed foods that's got all these sugars and chemicals in it that is damaging the body.
Yeah, I wonder a lot how do I teach Isaiah, like he's 4. How do I teach Isaiah how to eat healthy? Like, because, like, I could just make him not eat it, but I guarantee you that when he leaves my home, he'll just eat all the things, and he'll be no better off. So I don't necessarily, the goal isn't necessarily don't eat it. I think I need to teach him how to think.
Well, the Bible says to, teach them in the way that they should go.
Yeah.
And I think that goes back to, he may eat sugar,
Yeah.
and he may do those things, but he's gonna come back to what, because his body's gonna crave it. It's what he's used to.
And that is so much harder. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's so, I had to tell David, you cannot bring sugar into the house. Like, it's so much harder for me to tell Isaiah no when it's in the house. I don't have the emotional, like, fortitude when I'm not sleeping. You can't. And he goes, yeah, I had promised myself I wasn't going to bring it into the house anymore. I go, thank you. And yeah, and so he'll make cookies, and so even David, because of that, he's pretty much stopped eating, like, candy from the store. So he'll make his cookies, and I'm fine with that. You know what's in it. Like, at least there's that. It's not like you're having a 30 ingredient cocktail of I don't know what this is. That's fine. It's better. I'm fine with it. But yeah, I think about that. I got into a conversation one time with a college friend, and I go, and she's like, these are like sometimes food. And I go, my 4-year-old does not understand what sometimes means. Like, either it's a never or it's an acceptable food. There isn't, like, he doesn't understand that. So, like, we'll walk through, when we walk through the chips and cookie aisle of the store, he's like, what's this? I go, not real food. He goes, what's this? Not real food. I go, he doesn't, it's not, I can't even call it food. Like, it's not, I can't even say fake food, because that's saying it's food.
You can take, like, sweet potatoes and make sweet potato chips.
Yeah.
You can take a potato, even though potatoes and tomatoes are considered nightshade, which I'm not supposed to have, but I do allow it. But you could make, a substitute that says this is what we can have. And sweet potato chips are really good.
I've never actually tried them. He
Especially
probably
if you
would like them.
deep fry them in olive oil.
And you could also, because he's young, make it into like a game and make it fun for him, so he wants to do it. Because he's like 4.
He likes cooking with me. He
So,
does.
yeah.
He does like cooking with me. He prefers his cookings to be in dino shapes.
I mean, he loves dinos. No one can go wrong with dinos.
Yeah, that's a good time. Okay, can you pause that for now?